Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone is enjoying their New Year's. We're 4 days in. Today's January 4th, 2025. Hope everybody's enjoying the weekend. Hope everybody's doing well. So I woke up this morning extremely blessed and grateful, right? When you wake up from the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, or any cult, right? But especially the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, it's a remarkable experience, the waking up process. Now, growing up, we had this, if you were born and raised a Jehovah's Witness, we had this installed fear in us that the world is going to come to an end at any given day, right? Since birth, I had that fear of Armageddon, Great Tribulation, watching people being slaughtered, people being hit by fireballs, right? Had this installed fear in me since birth. But most of you guys know my story. I woke up a few years ago. And when I did my research, I woke up, I realized I was in a man-made cult. That fear of Armageddon instantly went away. And when I tell you guys that God works in mysterious ways, so I was inactive. You guys know I was inactive for quite a long time, right? Even when I was fully inactive, I always thought that the Great Tribulation, Armageddon, was going to happen at any given day. I had this fear. I wasn't living my true life, my true authentic life, because I had this fear that, oh shit, I'm going to die one day. So I finally did my research. I woke up and realized that I was in a man-made cult, right? And that fear, like I said, that fear instantly went away. I no longer had that fear in my heart. And when you wake up and you no longer live in fear, oh my God, it is one of the best feelings ever. Because now I'm able to be my true, authentic self. I can live my life. And it's sad that Jehovah's Witnesses, that is the one thing that's keeping them in that organization, is that fear. Oh, if I look at apostate material, Jehovah's not going to approve of this. Jehovah's going to kill me. If I miss a few meetings, Jehovah's I'm not going to make it to the new system. Oh, if I don't go in service, I'm not going to make it to the new system. It's this fear. It's this fear. And when you're able to step away from the organization and you see for what it is, right? You come to the conclusion, you say to yourself, hold on. A loving God would not kill 99.9% of the population. That is something that a man would do, right? We got people like Hitler. Look what he did. He killed thousands upon thousands and thousands of people. Because he was biased. Now, would a loving God, you say to yourself, would a loving God really kill the majority of Earth's population? Just because they don't want to serve him? You see, when you take a step back from the organization and you put things in perspective, you realize that, hold on, this is not loving at all. And I say to myself, even if paradise was real, right? Let's say that, hypothetically speaking, let's say that Jesus was coming back. At the end of the day, shouldn't you just be a good human being? Shouldn't that just be enough? Somebody being a good human being, bringing positivity to the world, loving people, and just doing your part on this planet. If there was a such thing as paradise, at the end of the day, all you would have to do is be a good person. Why do you need to be a Jehovah's Witness? And to be a Jehovah's Witness, at the end, it comes down to you serving men, you slaving for men. You're either slaving for elders, you have to prove your worth to elders, to circuit overseers, to governing body leaders. At the end of the day, your allegiance is with men. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, it's not with God. Jehovah's Witnesses will say that, but we know that at the end of the day, this organization it comes down to what you do, right? What you do for men. So I say to myself, even if Jesus was returning to earth and there was going to be some type of rapture of some sort, I have no fear, because I know I'm a good person. I believe I bring some type of positivity to this world. I help people as much as possible. And if God is going to kill me just because I don't believe in his organization, then you know what? Kill me. Kill me. I would not want to live forever on a paradise earth if God only wanted me to live to serve him. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about who you serve. It should be about who you are as an individual, as a person. If you're a good-hearted person, you have nothing to fear. So that's how I now live my life. I no longer have that fear of Armageddon. I no longer fear death. You know, I realize that, you know what? It is what it is. One day I'm gonna die. You know, paradise, it was hyped up. Let's put it like that. Paradise really was hyped up, you know? It sounds good on paper, but, you know, when you accept reality, and reality is that we all gonna die one day. In fact, you know, like I said in my previous video, we are already dead. In a sense, we are already dead, because the future is gonna happen. 100 years from now, it's gonna happen. And we're not gonna be here. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nobody lives forever. So when you accept the fact that, in a sense, we are already dead, because the future is gonna be here. A time is gonna come when we're not gonna be on this planet. We're all gonna cease to exist. Once you accept that, life gets easier. But it's sad that Jehovah's Witnesses, they would rather lie to themselves day in, day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, lying to themselves, convincing themselves that, oh, a paradise, it's right around the corner. And you know what? I get it. I get it. I get why people believe in it, because people are afraid of the unknown. At the end of the day, we're all scared of death. We don't know what's going to happen when we die. We don't know if there's an afterlife. We don't know if there's a hell, a heaven. Nobody really knows. We can speculate all we want, but we won't know until we actually pass away, right? So I get why people, they need to create this paradise, because it makes life more easy. It makes life more acceptable to deal with. Believing that there is something greater than this life, better than this life. Now, a few days ago, New Year's Eve, there was a terrorist attack in New Orleans. I believe about 14 or 15 people died. It was so tragic. It's so sad. And when I saw that on the news, I was like, damn. Like, my heart really went out for these people. And it was a real reminder how short life can be. And it's sad that when Jehovah's Witnesses, when they see tragic events like that, it's easier for them to believe in a paradise earth than it is to believe that, oh, we just died. We just live here. We're here on this planet for a limited time, and we just pass away and die? Like, why are we even born in the first place? What happens to us when we die? You see, when you take out the paradise, when you take out the paradise perspective, so many other questions arise. And life, I'm not gonna lie, like, life is complicated. Like, when you wake up from this cult, you have to find yourself, right? You have to discover who you are, because you don't know who you are outside of the cult. And in some ways, it's easier, right? It's easier to believe in a paradise and just live in this land, this la-la land. Day in and day out, going to the meetings, going on service, believing in paradise. Life is easier that way, right? But what good does, how do I word this? When things come easy to you, right? When things are easily giving, what good? What in the long term, what good comes from things being easy, being handed to you easily? And this is why I tell people, stay away from things that are easy. When people easily tell you, oh, I love you, when they first meet you, oh, I love you, I love you. No. Anything that's worth having for, it's not gonna come easy. Anything that's worth fighting for, worth having in the long run, it's not gonna be easy. And you think about it, most things that are easy to attain, they are not beneficial for you in the long run. For instance, it's easy being a Jehovah's Witness. It's super easy, right? Literally, all you have to do is be fake. All you have to do, pretend to be spiritual, go to your meetings, comment, go out in service, And people will look at you like, oh God, he or she, they're a spiritual person. All you have to do is be a pioneer, a minister servant, an elder, and people will be like, oh God, I love you. You're a spiritual person now. Let's be friends. It's easy to be a Jehovah's Witness, right? It's super easy. But what happens long term being a Jehovah's Witness? Keep in mind, the goal, when you're a Jehovah's Witness, the goal is to make it to paradise. So yeah, it's easy initially becoming a Jehovah's Witness. You may have a community of some sort, but in the long run, you waste your entire life slaving for a man-made organization, and you never get to become your true, authentic self. Let that sink in. For any Jehovah's Witness watching this video, let that sink in. Yes, you have your community. You have a so-called, quote-unquote, worldwide brotherhood, right? But long-term, you waste your entire life. Keep in mind, we only have one life to live. This is it. There's no take backs, there's no time machine. When you're in your 70s and 80s, 90s, whatever, when you're an elderly person and you look back at your life, you have to come to the conclusion that, oh shit, the governing body leaders, they promised me a new world. They promised me a paradise earth. I wasted my entire life slaving for this organization, and paradise is not here. When I die, I'm not gonna have no regrets. I live my life authentic each and every single day because I know that tomorrow is not promised. I know that there's no paradise. And I'm blessed, I'm grateful, thankful that I've woken up from this cult, seriously. Because there's so many people, and it really pains me. There's so many people that's gonna pass away. And I think about all the millions that already passed away, believing in this paradise. They've never lived their life authentically. They never knew how it felt to be authentic, to be real, to do what you want to do, have that freedom. To be surrounded by real people. That to me, that's the worst thing. There are worse things than death. There are worse things than death. It's to me, my personal opinion, I think it's worse to live your entire life for a man-made organization, being surrounded by phony, fake individuals. Because let's be real, as a Jehovah's Witness, you're not given real love. You're not surrounded by people that genuinely love you for who you are. You're surrounded by people like-minded people who believe in what you believe in, right? And they like you based on that alone, but they don't really love you. Because at the end of the day, when people really love you, they don't give a shit about what you believe in. I have friends from all walks of life. Friends who are atheists, Buddhists, Catholics, Baptists. I don't care. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care about that shit. I care about you as an individual. If you're my friend, if you're in my circle, if you're in my life, I care about you as an individual, not for what you believe in. So when you leave this cult, you are thankful, you're grateful, you're blessed, and you no longer have that fear of Armageddon. But it's sad that fear will literally keep people locked in from doing their research, from waking up. And it's sad that when I woke up, I tried my best. Because I'm the type of person, if I love you, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to hit you with facts. You guys know that saying, the truth hurts. It's true. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. And of course, I went out of my way. I told everybody, all my Jehovah's Witness family and friends, guys, do your research. This is not the truth. Right away, of course, they got offended. Whoa, you're speaking bad about this religion? What the hell? You're an apostate? And it's sad that they would rather die. They would rather live in this fear for the rest of their lives. Slaving for this man-made organization for the rest of their lives. They would rather have this installed fear in their hearts than to do their research and listen to me and eventually wake up from this cult. I can't. It's a lot to fathom. It's a lot to fathom when you realize that people would rather die. They would rather wait the rest of their life for this, slaving for this man-made organization. They'd rather have this fear in their hearts for the rest of their life than to do their research and come to a conclusion that paradise really is not coming. That pains me. It pains me because I have so much love for people. And of course, I don't want nobody to waste their life slaving for any type of organization, right? So if you're watching this video as an ex-witness, be thankful, be grateful. Even if you're shunned, I'm shunned by my family. I'm shunned by people, by former Jehovah's Witness friends, people I've known for over 20 years. I am shunned by them because I make it crystal clear. I'm an apostate. I make it crystal clear that I don't believe in this shit. This is a man-made organization. Why be fake? Why be fake? You think I'm gonna fake it just to keep my family and friends? Hell fucking no. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Life is too short to be fake. It's too short. But it pains me that my family and former Jehovah's Witness friends, they would rather live in this fear, believing in a lie for the rest of their lives. And mind you, we only have one life to live. That's the sad part about this. We have one life to live. And you're gonna waste your life slaving for a man-made organization? When anyone, especially with the technology these days, the information that's online, anyone and everyone is capable of waking up. But they'd rather not to. They'd rather be comfortable in a little Jehovah's Witness community. When in reality, the only thing, like I said in my previous video, the only thing that awaits Jehovah's Witnesses is death. And that awaits all of us, right? Death, it's coming. It's coming. It's right around the corner for all of us. Like I said before, we already dead. We already dead. Embrace it. You have to embrace it. Because once you embrace the fact that you're gonna pass one day, you're gonna pass away, life becomes easier because you're no longer living in fear. You already know what's gonna happen. You're not lying to yourself like Jehovah's Witness. Oh, paradise right around the corner. No, you're not living in a lie. You live in the real truth. You live in the real life, real time, reality. But right here and right now, you live in, when you know you're gonna pass away one day, you live in the present. Life becomes more beautiful when you know that your time on this planet is limited. And that's real talk right there. That is real talk. So, when I woke up from this cult, I no longer have this fear. And oh my God, that is, like I said, that's the best feeling ever. Not having no fear, that is the best feeling ever. If you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, keep in mind, your leaders, they keep saying the end is right around the corner. They've been saying this for, since the late 1800s. For over 100 years, they've been saying this. The end is right around the corner. How much longer are you going to keep wasting your life for this organization? Because there's so many ex-witnesses. We are living proof. People who left this organization, we are living proof that you can make it. You don't have to live in fear. Living in fear is optional. In a year, we're now in the year 2025. Living in fear is optional. With all the technology right now, online, all the information online, there should be no Jehovah's Witnesses. Nobody should believe in a fake-ass paradise. That's done with. It's done. Paradise is not coming. Anywho, guys, I'm gonna end this video. I love you guys. I hope everyone is enjoying the New Year's. And I hope that, if there's anything that I want for Jehovah's Witnesses, it's just for them to do their research. And yes, when you wake up from this cult, it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy navigating in the real world, discovering who you are outside the organization. It's not easy at all. Hell no. But you know what? I would rather things to not be easy, me trying to find myself, even though it's hard. I'd rather that than live a lie. Than to patiently wait for a paradise that's never going to happen. No, like I keep saying, no one on this planet should be slaving for a man-made organization for their entire life. The hell with that. Life is way too short for that. And when you get over this fear, of Armageddon, I promise you, in due time, life will get better. Life will get better. I'm living proof. There are millions of other ex-witnesses that have left this cult, and we are thriving. We are living our best life, the best life ever. Hashtag. But guys, I love you. I'll see you guys on the next video.